What if I told you that Dr. Oddfellow connects all elements of Halloween Horror Nights 32, including the 5 scare zones and one of the houses? Follow along as we go through the realm of Dr. Oddfellow.
My friends, do try to come see me very soon. There's so much in store for you.
Starting off in the beginning of the park, we walk into Dr. Oddfellow's collection of horror. This scare zone focuses on today in 2023 as Dr. Oddfellow is showcasing his collection of oddities and creatures used to specifically terrify and scare you. These horrors and scares are integral to his plan to steal your soul, which quite frankly, he's not even that good at hiding his plan, but we get to see these great creatures and oddities. There's Mel. Mel loves these guys. And then these ones have like these spooky kind of melting faces. Continuing throughout the scare zone, you will see clowns from the 1933 Oddfellow's Carnival of Thrills, which is showcased in the Twisted Origins haunted house. We also see this plant creature from the Jungle of Doom, as well as a vampire, which doesn't exactly fit the period piece of 1969, but then Oddfellow takes the stage.
You wish to be an immortal creature as I am? Then it will only cost you one thing. Nothing too crazy, in fact, just your soul. A fair price to pay to Dr. Oddfellow, don't you think? I won't keep you, my friends. Do venture inside. Now, some of you may not survive the night, so do try to enjoy yourselves. So many souls to take and so little time. You to give your soul for an immortal elixir. Oh, my dear friend, it is the best trade in the world. You wish to be an immortal creature as me.
Hello, Dr. Oddfellow.
Hello, my friend.
Do you mind making a quick message for those who couldn't make it tonight?
My friends, do try to come see me very soon. There's so much in store for you.
Why, I'm so happy
You go inside.
The next scare zone that you enter in is the Dark Zodiac, which this is a realm that Dr. Oddfellow is forcefully pushed into after he is defeated by Jack the Clown later on in the 2000s. This is the realm in which Dr. Oddfellow is able to gain his power by taking the zodiac symbols and morphing them into horrifying monstrosities. And those monstrosities allow him to break free into current day, and we get to see him now in 2023. All of my time was spent mainly looking for each one of the zodiac symbols. Apparently all 12 are located here, and I do find all of them but one. This poor guy has Aries the Ram dunking him multiple times in this awful looking pit of lava, scalding him. Honestly, I feel bad for the guy. Each one of the astrological symbols will be imbued by one of these monsters. Here's Leo for the lion. We just passed Aries for the ram. Next up is Aquarius, or the water bearer. If you note, they'll have these little golden medallions in the center with glowing pieces showing which one of the zodiac symbols. So I think this is kind of fun for guests to go and find the monster that represents their astrological sign. Scorpio is probably the coolest one, as they are a stilt performing character with a giant scorpion tail and very large pincers. These other characters kind of have zodiac symbols on the top and they're embodying multiple ones, but I know for a fact that every single zodiac symbol is represented here. Capricorn the goat was the hardest one to actually film because this stilt performer was fast and sprinting all over the place. Next up is Taurus the bull, and this guy had these really big golden horns and kind of this mutant fungus growing out of his chest. Virgo the virgin with her big wings and those horns on top of her head. Next is Cancer the crab with those sharp blade-like claws on the front. I had to go back and double check because I couldn't really see the medallion on top of its head that well, but they were a stilt performer as well. Libra, very, very quick. She kind of looked like a spider. I don't know what was going on there. Pisces is the fish, and their tortured soul behind them is having water being forced down in a funnel. I guess that's like waterboarding. I'm not really sure. And then Gemini, I couldn't find them, but somebody told me that it is just a multi-headed creature. Next up, we head into Jungle of Doom. This is the 1920s, which is the time period where Dr. Oddfellow finds the crystal skull.
Away from the tomb.
Apparently, Dr. Oddfellow doesn't believe in sharing, but when he gets this crystal skull, there's his symbol right there on the back of the temple, he is able to use its power to morph the creatures in the jungle into these disgusting, demonic creatures. Therefore, being able to scare other folks and take their soul. That was one of the best jump scares of the night. We run into a plant that has been turned into some sort of monster as well. Don't mind the MC Hammer pants. It was also really hard to get a good video. They kept on running away from me. We do get to see our explorer friend, who were they with Dr. Oddfellow, and did he turn on them and tie them up on that tree with roots? I'm not sure. Here are a bunch of bats, including the parachute that I'm thinking Oddfellow used to get out of the plane that crashes. This is a vampire bat as well. Looks like maybe Oddfellow took one of the ones from the tree. And this is a root tree-like snake creature with a little bit of a skeleton. There is our crash-landed plane. And then we also have this praying mantis. Heading into 1933 is Twisted Origins. This is the circus in which Dr. Oddfellow unleashes.
But in the daytime, it's all white.
Like me, you seek the gut-wrenching oddities of our time. Now I invite you to step behind the facade and witness Dr. Oddfellow's striking acts of distortion.
This video, we mention and talk about Oddfellow's acts of distortion, which are really not freak show acts, but actual murders. And those murders are used to, again, scare, horrify, and freak you out to the point where he can actually murder you, and because he's released your soul. And that crystal skull that he went to the temple to go and capture allows him to collect them and use for his own power. They also have a bunch of wanted signs that you have to look for here. This one says Walter Nicholson, but there's also one for Jack Schmidt the Clown and Chance. After completing Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Origins, you're going to head to Shipyard 32, which is another scare zone, this time one that took place in the 1940s, where this is a siren. We encounter different creatures that either Dr. Oddfellow has created himself or has imported from other areas of the world. These are also great callbacks to previous HHNs, like the evil fairy captured in this little tiny crate from HHN 25. We also are going to get a Scolder from HHN 30. Next, we're going to get a warehouse worker as well as a werewolf from HHN 32. And then finally, we get this man-bat creature, which looks more like a lady-bat creature from HHN 21. The theme is exactly the same. Oddfellow's collecting creatures, releasing them on you so that he can steal your soul. Our last scare zone is going to be Vamp 69 Summer of Blood, which takes place at Music Fest 69, in which Dr. Oddfellow, posing as a vampire Earlo Wolf, convinces a local vampire coven to attack the Music Fest. What's so great about this scare zone is it integrates concert goers, performers, and the vampires all together. You don't know who is who, and in fact, I would mistake guests for vampires or otherwise.
This is my wife.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Yep. She doesn't talk much.
That's probably for the better, right?
Is your husband a vampire? My ex-wife said all men are bloodsuckers.
There is a devotion to the craft of being a scare actor in this entire zone. Again, it's hard to see who is who, minus this lady. I mean, she's got a giant part in her hand, so obviously that she's not something, but they're just so
the
well
wrong
performed.
way, man. You need to stay and help us.
Oh no.
We need help, please.
What are you serving? Oh, nice.
Another thing that's beautiful is Dr. Oddfellow is found in each one of the scare zones. However, in Shipyard, I still haven't found him. In this one, though, we distinctly see Dr. Oddfellow as another vampire. Plus, as we walked around during our daytime trips, we got to see this bus, and in the Discover Universal podcast, we find out that one of the survivors from Music Fest 69 is in this bus. But we definitely see a vampire enter in and attack their friend, so it's pretty amazing that that she survived somehow.
How are you?
I'm good. Are you living that peace and love?
I'm living peace, love, and blood.
I told you.
That is him. That was Oddfellow. That was, we just saw him. We just saw the man, the myth, the legend. That's Oddfellow. 1000%. Did he have the thing on his, oh God, is she okay? Oh, that's how you get ahead in life. Dude, did you see his like face? I swear I saw the scar on his face too. Oh, this is, whoa. Hello. What did you do with his mouth? Okay. Hey Mel. You in your element?
Let's check out some more HHN fun facts and lore with this video right here, and you have the most happy haunting season ever.